Oh no, I'm doing something else. Now, how about it?
Sorry.
And now they're millionaires, and you know, stupid millionaires is what I call them because they don't know anything. And I just learned a lot of Forex stuff and old ways of trading instead of the new algorithms and the new way people teach, which is like indicators. Yes, it's all good. It's all good. They all must be adjusted. I know I probably said this before. Never use default. Never use default, because that's like going to the gambling table or the casino and knowing that the house is always going to win. So the only way to win this game is to make it easy. And, you know, Deanna is over there playing Call of Duty, and she's probably really good at it and takes a lot of time practicing, because those games are kind of hard to be good at. And she probably whips everybody's butt. And the same focus needs to be on this, you know, it needs to be always winning and never go into it blindly, never go into it thinking like you don't know what the hell you're doing. And it's easy. I don't know who was on this Zoom meeting before, but the ones that wasn't, we're going to kind of start from the beginning. And at any moment, anybody jumps in, don't even wait on me to stop talking, because I feel like I'm wasting your time if I'm not talking. So, this is easy. This is the easy setup of the entire, you know, secret that I call it, that most people don't understand.
Natalie. Hey, Natalie.
What?
She's
the queen is here.
She doesn't feel bad enough to not come to this. Everybody hail the queen. She's made all this happen to be reality. In a grand scheme of things. Yes, I met her, and you know, all of us somehow ended up in her platform, following her, and you know, here we are. I'm not even ever thinking that I don't want her to think that I'm taking people from her. I want to help her army of followers, you know, the one that believe in her, because I think she does awesome. And believe me, I can tell you which ones you don't want to listen to. You don't want to listen to. I can tell you that straight up. All right, let's get through this, because we'll just burn this time again, right? Okay.
Yeah, we're ready.
All right, 4-hour chart. Doesn't matter what coin. Doesn't matter what coin. Doesn't matter. Altcoins, ETH, whatever. 2 touch points. They teach us to go to 3 touch points or more on trend lines. That is retail thinking. And I'm going to show you why, because if you just do 2 touch points on the 4-hour, the 2 lowest points, point to point, and you use that as your trend. Next thing you do is you put a vertical line on top of the highest point between the 2 touch points. So it would be this candle. And then you do the intersection between the vertical and the inner thing. There's your target. So if you were right here after this touch point, or anywhere here, I can already tell you that I can tell you what the target is going to be later. I'm going to show this again, because I know it can't be that easy. Yes, it is this easy. All my crazy calls have come from this. All right, here we are, this area. And look, this is me trading in consolidation. People fear this area right here. And I'm like, what? Take that money. All right, here's the 2 touch points on this setup. We're going to go right here. I'll zoom up a little bit. I'm just going literally. So here to here, 2 touch points. Oh, my bad. The highest point between the 2 touch points. Oops, wrong line. And then the intersection. I could have put a trade right here, right? And then the trade is the break, right? So I'll explain that in a minute. But if I was right here in any of this area, I already know this orange target, I'm gonna hit it. We're not even past this point, so I'm only just right here. Look. So this what tells me is, let's say you're on the wrong side of the trade. A lot of people freak out when it goes backwards on them, and they instantly give the market maker the money. Stop loss gets hit all the time. Well, if you know the target here, you just wait till you go right here, and you will hit your target. Yes. Do you have this room in your trade? Well, that's where, you know, I've been telling people, go cross leverage on your trade. Put cross leverage on the trade, move your liquidation so far away that they're not going to move it that far away. And if you're on the wrong side of the trade, you wait it out. That's all you got to do. Let's go to another example, because I'm going to show you how works pretty much anywhere. Right here, you come into the charts, 4-hour chart, you always look at the 4-hour chart, and you're in this setup. Go from touch to touch. That's your trend. You go to the vertical, highest point. Between the two touches, and then go across. So remember, 4-hour charts, this is a long time play. This is not scalping. This ain't tomorrow. This is, you want to make money, you figure this out like this. There's a math to this. I'm going to show you the math way of doing it, because I know it, you know, you guys are probably like wondering how the hell, but so we're right here. I'm going to do it just right there again. The math is, you go from the lowest points to the lowest points, same setup. The highest point between the two touches, which is somewhere here. Then you go here. And then you go for the break. When the break on the 4-hour breaks, you put your trade right there. All right. So now it's math. So you go to the highest point of your break here. You take this number, which is 42,147. You minus it, minus the cross section. You get a difference. From that difference, you go from the price of the break on the 4-hour, you minus the difference of this two, and that gives you a target. And if you guys do the math, I mean, I could do it real quick. Let's see if I can mess this up. All right. That is my CHR number that I was figuring out earlier. So the number is 42,147 minus 40,401 equals 1746. So 41,197 minus 1746 equals target 39,451. So if we take a horizontal line, I just put the settings. What was it? 39,451. 451. Target. Okay. We did all this calculation right here where we put our trade in, and our target came in here. And by God. So here we put the trade. Target was in our head here. Look where it ends up. Boom. Trade won. Yeah, it could keep going, But then we're done with this trend here, and you look for the next one, like right here. Right here, you would set that up, and then it'll give you this target right here. You can come into the charts at any moment, any day, any second, and do this. And give it time, give it room. You cannot do 100x trade, 50x trade. This is not going to work for that. You do a 10x trade, you put your as soon as it breaks the blue, which is your 2-touch trend line on the 4 hour, you put your trade as soon as the opening of the candle, that is not the one that it's in the break, is the candle after, the one that's clear of the break. Put your trade there. Let it ride. You don't even have to use EMAs. I erased the EMAs. All right. This all works out that this is measuring. This is old ways of trading. This is like how you make millions.
Joanne has a question. She wants to know, how come it's not on top highest vertical? So is that what you're asking? How come it's not on top highest?
It can be. So it's taught to be the top highest for Forex, right? We're cryptoing. So we speed up the calculation. And when I started to, I used it the other way when I learned it. I thought, okay, that's a safe target, but why not hit it on this one where it's consolidation? That's 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. The other one was coming in up here. This hit. I want this money. I want this money, but I'm showing you guys this money. Okay. I'm giving you a safe trade. This is, I promise you, if you guys cannot make money, doesn't matter if the market is bull and we've been going up for 6 months. It always retraces, right? It always, the market's been dropping for the last 6 months. It always retraces up to back test, right? And then there's a short available. So it doesn't matter. Bull bear doesn't exist in my mind. It only is level trading and a trend line breaks. Yes, you guys have seen me use EMAs because that's scalping stuff. This is not scalping. This is more like a swing trades that last a minute. Last week I called 2 trades. They went perfect to target. This is how I did it. Okay. And then, literally 7 days ago, last Friday, I put up my setup for Bitcoin that it would be by Thursday morning around this target is exactly there. Because that's the other part of this trick, right? Once it beats these targets, there's this move right here. Right? It meets here. It might, but I long it. I long sometimes right here, and I catch this because that's the back test of the break. Right? And then because there's nothing here. There's not these little here. There's those little trend lines I can use. I could do a setup here, but right here, I'm bored. I'm like, what the hell is going on in here? There's, it's they went all the way up and then they took it all out. Trap. That's a trap, is what that is. So the trap comes after consolidation. Target hit. Trap always comes.
Grits wants to know, how does it work with a long? So you can finish though.
Longs are, so I don't long very much. I'm a bear flag guy that's when everybody FOMOs in, right? So I just ride that little wave because I catch it right here. I catch these little, because sometimes these little retraces come up to the entire line. Right now, Bitcoin's doing that. So let's go over here to where Bitcoin's is at. Let's set up Bitcoin right now to where target's going to be from what we got. So let me show you retail trend line. Let me show you my trend line. That's the real trend line. You guys have seen that little setup on my charts when I hit the short right here. I always put it here, then it drops, and I'm like short again. That's why, because this is the real trend line. This is all BS. This is left over from this trend line. So this little loop here was this. If you do the math to all this, I'm sure the target ends up right there. We could do it real quick just for giggles, because this is like easiest thing in the world to me. High point without the math, just go to the cross section. Boom, short it right there. Make this money. That's 4 hours. Each one of the, I was saying it on the other one, each 2 candles is 1 session. So it might be New York, London, Asian. Just always look at this as like, what are these guys doing? What are these guys doing? What are these guys doing? Oh, okay. Because once these guys get to this point, whoever it is, might be New York, might be Asia, might be, you know, I short it right here. As soon as it breaks, you short the first candle. Leave room for the retrace, because it always wants to like shake people out. And all it's doing is back testing. And then, you know, 1-2 sessions later, you're like, oh my God, it's been like 8 hours. And then all you going into Asia, oh my God, I'm still in red. Most people don't make it through that. I just let that stuff ride. And then, you know, like 3 sessions later, I'm in the plus. If it back traces, sometimes it just drops from there, but I always short it right there. That's triggered.
Let's see. I think
know-
there's a, let me see, hold on. Babs Kill, can you please go over the calculation aspect again? Do you want
Yep.
me to? Yeah, okay.
No, I can, because it's easy. It's literally, we'll start fresh. I know I'm gonna repeat it because just I want you guys to get in your head now. It's 2 touches. 2. Don't believe I'm giving you the alien way. The highest point of between the 2 touches. The cross section of the touch and the trend line. And then the highest point, right, of that thing. And then you gotta wait to do your calculations. You gotta wait on the first candle that clears the trend line break, not the one that's breaking it, but the one behind it. Do it at opening. As soon as it opens, just put your trade in. Remember, like, calculations only can happen after you know the numbers. So you can't like, oh, well, I think it's gonna go to 21,000. It's like, come on, dude. It just stop. Okay, it's not gonna happen. Do your calculation as soon as you put your trade in. You have your numbers. You take the top line number, subtract this from the top line. It gives you whatever the difference is. You take this, subtract that difference from this number from the candle break, and it'll give you a target. So if we were to do it, you know, from this setup, it's the target probably is already up here where that we've already hit it. We'll do it. Let's see, 21,700.
Nat says hi.
What's up?
Can
Hope
you see the
feel
chat?
better.
You can look at the chat too, I think. Down at the bottom, like click chat if you want to, but I can just
Who,
tell you.
me?
Yeah, you
Oh, I
you don't
can't
have to.
even. That's
No.
too much.
I just
You
focus on
guys
the chat.
are like, this is like, I got so many. I got 5 screens going on at the same
Okay.
time, so I'm surrounded by them because I don't like to change charts. I just like to look over, and it's the 5-minute 15. It's already set up. Let's see, 2720 from 21,338. 18,618. So 18,618 is future target. I'm almost getting to the point. Can't Screens are too much. 18, 6, 8. Target. All right, so right here would have been the trade, right? We didn't know where we were gonna end up, but oh my goodness, that wick sure as hell looks like it hit it. Sure as hell looks like it hit it. I wonder if there's something to this. Yes, so anytime I get a target, I backtrack 3 to 5% of target to always hit TP because it's the wick. I mean, that's pretty deadly accurate. I'm gonna explain something to you guys about the wick too. I always scream about that. 2 things about the wick. Wick always gets recovered on the 4-hour. You see it? Okay, cool. If it starts to do this, go long. It's gonna break. You could have gone long here. You could have gone long here. Look where we're at. It recovers. It's almost recovered the entire wick, and it's going to. It's still got room to go. Always, always, always recover the wick. I don't know who knows this or how many people know this, but the wick is the difference between all the exchanges prices in the end. Has nothing to do with buying. Is all the exchanges, they all have price differences. If you guys take and compare me and my team partner that I have, we actually took and put the prices all at one time of all the exchanges. And there's so much difference, you'll be scared because it's like sometimes it's $40 difference. And $40 when you're scalping, that's you could go under real quick because you didn't even know there's a difference. So the wick is the differences in the exchange price, and where it ends up is where it closes the average. So if Bybit's this, PMix is that, and they're all off. They are all off. That's how they compete. Okay, so the wick shows that the difference in price over here on the left was huge. So there's a bunch of orders that are stacked everywhere because there's a difference in price. So they must come and recover it. You can see this anywhere. I was like, let's see a wick over here. Wick, all right. Oh, they left the wick. Oh, we're going north for a session. People are freaking out because they were shorting or whatever. Always recovers it. Wick always recovers it. So wick is always a clue. Don't freak out. I just gave you guys like a trading range too. Now you know the trading range. It's gonna stay in between here. Maybe a week or two. Who knows? Well, I mean, we don't know. We have to know when it breaks, right? If it goes above that, then a lot of other things are gonna be better, like EMAs and stuff. But I don't think it's going above that. I think it recovers this wick and maybe wicks up here and drops back down, and we're going towards 17 and 18.9. If we hit 18.595 and we break it, I'm going to tell you we're going to 13.5. And if I did this on the other stream, just because this puts things in a perspective of weekly chart Bitcoin. I think some of the times that I like when I met Nat on her streams, I was using this and I was like calling out these crazy prices, and I was probably the most hated guy on the internet. I thought it was awesome. Yep, because nobody's seeing what I was seeing. So that makes me either dumb as hell or, hey, I'm going to show you guys that I knew it way the hell over here. I sold everything right here. Because why?
I wish I knew you then, Joe.
A lot of people do. Yeah, a lot of people do. All right, so check this out. Same setup type of, this is the weekly, 2 touch points. Wait for the break, right? So we're gonna do the vertical on the the highest point between the two touch points here. We're gonna do the horizontal. Oh, no math, target. Damn it, we hit it. Yeah, it took weeks. But you know, if you guys could have known weeks in advance, I'm talking like if you could have known right here, it's over. While everybody's thinking, oh, we're gonna go up. I would have told you right here, 27,000. I think that's what I was actually calling. 27,000. People are like, what? You're crazy. Yeah, well, what's this target? 37,000, 27,000, 28. I called 18.5 a long time, 18.5. Now I'm calling 13.5. Way the hell down here. Don't think it can happen? Yeah, look where it's at. Of course it can happen. Don't think it can't. Don't buy to hold. That's for damn sure. Because you're gonna wake up next week mad. You buy when it stops. The rotation will stop, and you know, I can't say that I'll be the one that calls it first, but I promise you, I'll probably know a few weeks ahead. That's it. That's my secret. Everybody's had a problem with it. Not everybody. I'm not gonna say it like that because a lot of people haven't, but some have had a problem with this and different platforms. And you guys can back this. I know Natalie will. I know some of you guys will too, because it's like, can it be that easy? Yeah, go to the 4 hour, set it up. When you set it up on the 4 hour, you can go to any time frame and see where you're at on the range. You know, you could go to the 1 hour and see the same exact thing that I'm seeing. You know, like it's not like rocket science. It's induced, emotionally induced. And I don't get emotional.
Me and Joe see the same thing.
Yeah, that's how we talk a lot, because we saw this, right? So here we are, right? No math, 1 hour. Where are we?
And by the way, there's 4 minutes, 40 seconds left. So
Yeah, I
that's,
saw.
unless we want
to,
to restart it, then everybody has to just join back in. It's up
well,
to you guys.
you know, we can whenever. I don't mind like going through it, but I mean, look at it right there. You wanna scalp, you know? Where are you? Right here. That's the 15-minute. Where are you? Right here. Easy. The fibs, I got tricks for fibs. I love Nat because she knows fibs very well. She explains it very well. And I use fibs for like trickery, you know, like TP ranges, support and resistance levels. They always meet these things, but they haven't taught this to pretty much nobody. And like you guys have heard me talk about my H move. Oh, there it is. H. Long. Always long right here. If the H goes further than the first, and it's a full H, right? But it closes lower than this, we continue down in this range. We're just gonna continue right now. But if the H doesn't finish the actual H, but it still looks like an H, then it's a consolidation to a uptrend for a short while. There's another trick. If it gets this low and it finishes lower than this point, we'll continue down right here at this point. Don't go long. But if we're right here and it checks back the other way, most likely we're going to go up to at least up here to the top of the H, which looks like it's forming an M for those that like the letters, a big M. Or maybe a W, depends how you want to look at it. I mean, I look at it as an M. But I'm not into that. I'm into measurements. So you guys see how I did this? Go fishing. Buy whatever you want, because there's, the chances are that you're going to make some money.
Yes. Someone says, have you found it to work just as good on smaller time frames? And you were telling me, I think you did.
Yes, I have tried it on the 1 minute, but the 1 minute is so fast. You got to watch it. It just gives you the break point And I call my breaks usually on the 1 minute doing this. As soon as it starts to 1 hour or the 4 hour, right? I know it's already gonna go this way, right? So I start scalping. And you can literally just go on the 1 minute. And if it goes backwards, just wait. Just wait. If it breaks a blue line or your trend line, whatever color it is, just wait and it'll go your way soon enough. Just give it some room, you know, you can't be so close that your liquidation's right there. And if you fear that, I'm telling you, go to cross on your, instead of isolated, switch everything to cross. That's a lie. They tell you, oh, your other money. No, not if you know which way you're going. If you don't know which way you're going, yeah, you could be screwed. But okay, now you know. You can't get screwed. There's no way. I don't want to see nobody going backwards. And if it is because you're in a cross, you're just gonna wait it out. Tomorrow we're gonna be happy because that's how it works. Tomorrow we're happy. Or a couple days from now we're happy because we're not gonna get shaken out by emotions because this is just a game that pays money. Right? That's it. I promise you. Everything else is all trickery.
Awesome. They're excited. Thank
Everything
you.
else is all trickery.
Everyone's commenting nice things too in the comments.
Very
in the
perfect.
chat.
You're very perfect. Very, very perfect.
Thank you. I hope you guys run with it. I've been wanting to explain this so much that my fingers hurt.
Too much typing.
Can I see this recording somewhere or no?
Yes,
Oh, I finally see some of you guys, I think.
yes, I'm recording.
What's
Where
up?
can I see the recording again?
As soon as I figure out how I can send it to you, I've never recorded a stream before. So
Natalie, I hope you feel better.
Okay, thank you.
yeah, me too, babe. Hope you're feeling good
Hey,
tomorrow.